It's Friday night in the Matsu Valley.
25 you up, please, sir.
And Trooper Darren Cooper makes his presence known in one of its roughest neighborhoods.
The area is a known area for heavy drug use and drug trafficking. A lot of folks here that also have warrants and things like that. They don't want to have any part to do with us, and quite frankly, that's why they're here in the area, because it's kind of in the outskirts.
It's not long before something catches his eye.
Michael Bathing. He's driving down the road with no headlights. That'll be 1036 at mile 48. Hello, good evening. Last State Troopers.
I know who you are. What do you want?
What was that?
Yes, I know who you are. What do you want?
What's your name? Well, hey.
My face, please.
What was that?
The light out of my face, please.
Well, it's dark out. That's why I have the flashlight. And you had your lights off while you're driving on the highway here. Is there any reason why you're being hostile towards me?
I turned on my headlights.
At the stoplight you did.
No, I turned them on well before the stoplight.
Okay.
You pulled out, notice you pulled over. You started me knowing who I am. You saw it.
I did not see who you were.
You people have harassed me and my...
Who's you? What do you mean, you people?
You people. You troopers.
Hang tight here for a few minutes and we'll go from there, okay?
I'm doing nothing wrong.
NCIC 118. So this gentleman is a frequent flyer here in our area. I didn't realize it was him when I was walking up to the vehicle, but he assumed that I knew who he was. Basically, everyone in this guy's family that we've contacted here on the valley are extremely hostile towards us, and tonight that's no different.
118.
It's different.
It does show that he is uncooperative with law enforcement, has numerous knives in his vehicle, and may carry needles. Also, he's known to carry a knife on his person, possibly hidden at his belt line.
It's different. I am the only trooper out here right now, so, based on his hostility and the fact that he doesn't own to carry weapons, we have to make sure that we're doing the safe thing, and we'll go from there. So the registration's expired like last year, and you guys don't have insurance here on the vehicle with you right now. So do you have somebody who can come give you a ride?
You're not taking my vehicle. That is theft.
Here's the thing.
Knowing that I have insurance.
Okay.
It's the fourth vehicle you can take it from. That's stealing.
Here's the
Knowing
thing.
that I have insurance, that's theft.
Your vehicle is nearly 2 years expired.
Okay, that's fine.
Listen, okay, even
I
based
can call a tow truck and
based
get towed.
based
I
on
can get towed, too.
you want
You're not stealing my vehicle.
come out and talk to me for 1 second.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not
Okay.
taking this vehicle talking to you whatsoever, okay?
Well, here's the thing.
This one is illegal.
The vehicle's getting towed by us. If you don't come out of the vehicle, you're gonna have some repercussions for it.
For me not getting out of the vehicle?
You are. You are.
Why is it?
You're gonna have repercussions because you're known to be armed and you're being hostile towards me. That means I need to pat you down for weapons right now.
You're not patting me down for weapons.
You can turn back off the vehicle for me.
Get away from my car.
You can turn back off the vehicle for me.
You come
Have
off
it your way. Here in a second, things are gonna go bad for you. You have a second minute.
Things are going bad for me.
They are.
Why is this?
I'll give you the option to hop out of the car for me.
Jump out of the car and have you put your hands on me.
Why don't you hop out of the vehicle?
Why don't you get away from my car?
Hey, like I said, it's gonna go bad for you here in a minute. Are you coming out? Step on out. Come on out. Don't reach for anything.
Get away from my door. Get away from
Does
my
the door work? Hop on out.
Come on out. Step away from my door.
Come on out. Bring your hands up. I'm just gonna pat you down, make sure you don't have anything on you.
I don't have anything on me. I just put the knives away. You need to keep your hands out of my pocket. You're not a tax search. That is it.
Calm down.
Dude, I am calm. If I wasn't calm, I wouldn't be standing here.
What is all this? I don't know what all this stuff is. I need to verify that's not a weapon.
That is not a weapon.
Well, what exactly is it?
Jewelry. That's where that.
Well, that's a pretty big, bulky piece of jewelry.
If I had another weapon on it, you'd know it.
You have brass knuckles in your pocket.
That's a damn paperweight.
Oh, paperweight.
That's exactly what it is.
You're not allowed to have brass knuckles in the state of Alaska.
Are you serious?
Well, they're not holding down any papers right now. We're gonna go over here for right now.
You bring all due Scott to steal my car.
He made some statements to me that I wasn't going to take the vehicle, and I need to back away from the vehicle. And at that point, I actually thought he was going to drive off.
With the driver in custody, troopers comb through the contents of his pockets.
I'm just trying to go through piece by piece. You can smell the heroin right now. He had a drug kit on him that contained heroin, methamphetamine, and marijuana. I'm gonna put my dog on the car.
Cooper calls in K9 Blazer to continue the hunt.
Surprise gift. Here. by him sitting on the vehicle, he made a positive indication of controlled substances. We'll be applying for a search warrant to get more in depth into the vehicle. And he had some brass knuckles, which are illegal to possess, and he had a drug kit. So tonight he's going to jail as well.
100 miles south.
Hold on, 151, 136.
Trooper Wyatt Durner's patrolling the Seward Highway, a major arterial connecting the Kenai Peninsula to Anchorage and the rest of the state. It's shaping up to be a slow night under the midnight sun when suddenly...
Whoa, did you see that?
A passing motorist nearly rammed straight into oncoming traffic.
Hold on, 151, 136. 77 Seward. Someone's moving around. Roll down the window. Is there any reason why you passed like that? That was pretty close to the oncoming pickup, don't you think? A lot of moving around going on in the vehicle. Everything okay?
I'm sleeping.
Okay. I see you got a pretty big knife there beside you. Just make sure you leave that where it's at. Any other weapons I need to know about?
No. I got a knife on me.
Okay, you can go ahead and put that on the floor. Would you mind opening up the sliding door so I can see you? All right, there we go. That makes it a little better. There are a lot of knives in here. All right, can I see your license, registration, proof of insurance? NCIC 151, 2729 times 3.
Dispatch immediately flags the driver.
10-4. Your license expired in 99.
No way.
No way? Do you have registration insurance for the vehicle?
I just got the vehicle like a few months ago. I don't have registration for it.
Okay. What's going on with the glass pipe there?
Not mine.
Mind if I pull that out and take a look at it? You know what that is?
Looks like that pipe.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good indication. T52, 151. If you're in the area, could you 10-5 with me? Would you have any problem if I check the vehicle, make sure that you don't have anything else like this lying around?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna have you guys step out. I'm gonna pat you down, make sure there's not any more knives on you. Don't go reaching around in your pockets, because I don't know what's in there, okay?
I have a knife under the seat.
Yeah, I see the knife under the seat. There's tons of knives in here. All right, well, let's do this one by one.
You got no more knives on you or nothing?
All right, I'm gonna have you step out there and just meet me in the front here, okay?
Trooper Woodruff keeps an eye on the suspect, while Durner searches the vehicle.
Scale. There's a handgun underneath the seat. Okay, stopping search. I'm gonna impound the vehicle for a search warrant. Hold on, 151. Did next available 1051 for investigative impound. Here's the deal. I don't think you're completely honest with me. I'm going to impound your vehicle for a search warrant. I found a gun that you didn't tell me about.
Where did you find that at?
Underneath the right passenger seat.
Oh, there's some box in there I could never get into because I don't have the key, but...
Well, the ignition key worked perfectly in it.
Oh.
So it's not your gun?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
And it isn't this suspect's first run-in with the law.
You're a felon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What
I can't have
what are you a felon for?
unarmed bank robbery.
Okay.
For a convicted felon, possession of a firearm likely means jail time.
This is the handgun that was found underneath the passenger seat. This is a Taurus, Judge. Shoots either 45 long Colt or 410. You know, a 410 slug is pretty good for bear protection. 45 long Colt's a pretty good round for self-defense from people.
Trooper Durner seizes the vehicle and all evidence from the scene, then issues the man a citation for driving with a suspended license.
There's an advisement now that I gave you to your license being suspended. So if you drive again, you'll just be arrested.
He lets the suspects go, pending a full search of the vehicle.
You know, he gave me consent. I wanted to go the safer route so I could take my time more in a controlled environment, conduct a search with a search warrant, and it just makes my case stronger. So we'll see what else we find in there.
A few hours later,
Hold on, 151.
the search warrant comes through.
Girdwood DOT, serve warrant, clear copy warrant number. Okay, let's get this done. Oh, this is heavy. Whoa, holy cow. Okay, let's get this done. is actually a collector's item. This is a trench knife. This is a misconduct involving a weapons charge. You're not allowed to have a knife with brass knuckles. That you don't see very often. And it looks like we have some interesting homemade out of a saw blade. It looks like two swords out of the corner van. Oh, not a sword, it's just a really big knife. I think that one could qualify. Spear. I've never searched a vehicle with a spear in it. This is a drug kit. This is a marijuana pipe. Little digital scale. This is like a clown car, just keeps coming. And this explains the marijuana pipes. A whole bunch of phone numbers. Might run by the drug unit. Oh, this is heavy. That's what's in here. Voila. You got your needles, your Tudor straw, dime bags, and a scale. And we have meth. I believe that is crystal meth right there. We have several dime bags here of methamphetamine. This is a serious felony in the state of Alaska. And we have cash. Oh, there's 50s in there. Probably several grand. When we see the cash and we see the scales and everything separated out, especially with his other dime bags, his books with names and numbers, this is something that you're going to see with an individual who is selling.
Troopers will issue a warrant for the man's arrest for felony possession of a controlled substance with the intent to distribute, felony possession of a firearm, and a misdemeanor weapons misconduct. As a convicted felon, he faces up to 16 years in prison and multiple thousands of dollars in fines.
He knows he's got a warrant coming, no doubt.
And through diligent enforcement, troopers have made another dent in Alaska's drug trafficking network.
This is unusual. I've not seen someone with this much in their vehicle. So it's a good stop.
As the sun dawns over the Matsu Valley, wildlife is up and foraging, and it's prime time for hunters.
1B80, 1518, 10-3 traffic.
Trooper Jimmy Lindbergh responds to reports of hunters playing a dangerous game.
We're concentrating on some road hunters that have a habit of driving around and shooting from, on, over, across roads. Those 22 bullets, they can travel a mile. If they ricochet off the road, you have no idea where the bullet's going to end up. It's just inherently dangerous.
To combat this illegal practice, troopers set up animal decoys to catch road hunters in the act. Wildlife trooper Ernie Brent joins Lindbergh for today's sting operation.
So this is one of our decoys that we use. We've affectionately named it Stanley.
Stanley has been through the mill, but he just keeps coming back for more. Let's get him set up and see what happens. We've actually had some comedic episodes with the grouse. We've had people run over it. We've had families stop and get out and try to pet it. We had one individual that drove over it, got out, put on some surgical gloves, and was going to try to catch it. It's somewhat hilarious, the reactions of people that we see out here.
Now, Lindbergh must find a strategic spot to set Stanley in play.
There's a couple of things that I'm looking for here. One is spent shotgun shells here, so obviously people are up in here shooting. I need to make sure that nobody is back in these areas utilizing them before we set this up. Safety is paramount here. The decoys, they put their life on the line every day, but we don't want any human injuries.
It's go time.
Well, we've got our decoys out. We've got them set up on a road. So literally there's no way that anybody could shoot at these grouse legally. We're going to go find a place to tuck ourselves back in the woods and see what happens.
They don't need to wait long.
There's a truck up ahead of us. And they're just slowly creeping along. Are they stopping? Did they stop? Okay.
There we go.
The driver exits the vehicle with rifle in hand.
Ooh. Keep an eye.
He's not got back in the car yet. Ah, they're going. They're going.
But he doesn't take the shot. This hunter made the right decision. But just after he leaves, an ATV comes down the road.
And stop it.
Grabbing a gun. I don't want to get down too far in case they crack one off.
And stop it.
Grabbing a gun.
Troopers are on the hunt for illegal hunters.
I don't want to get down too far in case they crack one off.
If the hunter shoots their decoy from the road, he faces a $300 fine and seizure of his equipment.
State Troopers! Set the gun down on the ground! Set the firearm down on the ground! Set it down on the ground, now! Back away from it! Back away! All right, need to see some licenses.
Left mine back in my cabin.
Okay, so you don't have a hunting license?
No, I do. I don't have it on me.
Okay, you're aware that you need to have your hunting license in possession while pursuing game? Okay.
We were Twitter-pated this morning. We were trying to get out of there. And
You were what?
we were just excited. We wanted to get out of the
Okay,
cabin.
I understand. Yep, getting a little cabin fever?
Yeah,
Okay, all right, yep, I understand. Okay, well, here's the situation. Obviously, you're not supposed to shoot from the road, huh? Okay? I can tell you a whole variety of reasons why. Number one is safety.
I know.
Okay? Level with me. Be honest with me. How often do you road hunt? How often do you
I
shoot from
don't.
the road?
Honest to God, I don't. We just had some cabin fever. We just wanted to get out here, just maybe have some fun.
Right.
We're just
Okay.
floating around.
Okay. I'm just curious if you did this on a regular basis.
No, I thought this was a trail. I didn't think this was a road.
Mirror Lake Road. That's the name of it. Well, let me ask you this then. Do you think it's a good idea to shoot from a trail? Do you do that quite a bit?
If you're out, no,
Let me have your license.
that would be fine.
Ern, did you run that?
No, I just wrote it down. I haven't.
Okay. All right. Wow, is that ever a nice little gun? Question now. How bad would you feel if we took it from you?
Real bad.
Would you feel bad? How long have you had that?
Probably 30 years, 25 years. They don't even make them anymore.
Yeah, that's a nice gun.
Typically, we could,
I know you could snag everything.
Absolutely. Whose is
Take
that?
My rig. I know exactly.
Okay. You could lose everything.
We're in the.
out here.
I know we could use everything.
Okay. All right, so we're willing to work with you. You guys have been upfront with us. You've been honest. You haven't denied the fact that you're out here doing this.
They issue him a $300 fine, but let him keep his equipment.
I want you to know this is absolutely nothing personal.
No, I know that. I know that. I just appreciate not snagging my rifle or my four-wheeler. I'm like, holy crap! I'm just all this stuff is going through my mind. Going, oh, did I screw up?
You know, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes, but hopefully we can learn.
Well, yeah, definitely
Okay.
learn.
All right.
Definitely learn.
Okay.
Thank
all
you very
right.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
You guys have a great day. Good
All
night. Okay.
This is a good example of why we're not supposed to be shooting from the road or across the road, because there could have been a car parked down there, there could have been people down there, could have been a family down there, you just don't know.
This was successful. I think we educated some people, and
And even the people that didn't shoot, now they're going to wonder if we're hiding in the bushes.
Absolutely.
That's what we want.
yep. I think they'll be able to use it another day.
Live to fight another day. That's what it's about.
That's right.
All right.
Out of the woods and onto the streets of the Matsu Valley.
Back up 1B43, I can 1019.
A distress call from a frightened motorist has Trooper Tim Cronin making a beeline to the back roads of Wasilla.
A person is in the process of calling 911 to report a possible drunk driver for swerving all over the roadway. And as they were calling it in, it drove off the road into the ditch. In normal conditions like this, no snow on the road, and they just drive off the road, there's a pretty good chance that they're impaired by something like drugs or alcohol. Most normal people driving down the road don't just drive into the ditch for no reason. We don't know how happy he's going to be when the state troopers show up. Most of the time, if someone's intoxicated in the ditch, they're not super pumped when we show up. So, Wildlife Trooper Brent is responding with me. Back up 1B43, both units, 1023 the area.
How's it going, partner? What's going on? How did you drive off the road?
Back up 1B43, both units, 1023 the area.
How's it going, partner? What's going on? What's going on?
Sorry, my English very bad.
Okay, what happened?
No.
How did you drive off the road?
My friend. My friend.
Your friend was driving this?
Yeah.
All right, where's your friend now?
I don't know.
Well, where did he go when this happened? Did he walk away? It's not a super hard question I'm asking here. Okay, how much have you had to drink tonight?
Drink?
Yes. How much alcohol have you had to drink?
Yeah.
You had a lot?
Yes.
How much would you say you had?
Beer.
How many beers? Are we talking 1, 2?
Two.
Okay. Do you have any identification with you anywhere? An ID card, anything?
No ID.
You don't have an ID?
Sorry, sir.
No, that's fine. All right, what's your first name? What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you sit tight right here with this trooper here for a second, okay? I'll be right back with you. So all we have here is we have him sitting there in the driver's seat. That doesn't really mean anything because the car wasn't on, so I didn't see him operate it. So we have to be able to prove that he was the actual driver of this vehicle. NCIC 1B43, 1027, 1029 by name only.
1B43, located at that sound right?
10-4. He's got no history with this vehicle.
I will verify that. Also, there's a couple other complaints that reported the same incident. All 3 calls I had only described as one male.
10-4, but all those people say they was already in the ditch.
Well, the original complainant actually saw the vehicle go into the ditch.
10-4. He's pretty much our only hope.
This witness may be the support Trooper Cronin needs to arrest the man for DUI.
This is Trooper Cronin with State Troopers. I understand you called in this vehicle over here on Meadow Lakes that went in the ditch. Okay, did you see anyone with the vehicle? All right, did you see anyone else with him?
No.
And he wasn't driving it at the time, was he?
No, he was
Okay. Well, I appreciate the call. Thank you very much for your information. All right, bye-bye. Basically, nobody saw him driving, including us. So, right now, we don't have enough to arrest this guy.
Without enough evidence, Cronin must let him go with just a warning.
Don't drive a vehicle.
No drive.
Okay. That's kind of a pain for us because we're fairly certain that he was probably the one driving it, but nobody ever saw him driving it, including myself. All right, thank you. So we had to give him a warning, tell him not to drive, and let him go. If he was doing it, then he gets a pass today.
230 miles north in Fairbanks.
Money 36, go ahead.
36, 219 in the area of Parks between the airport and Dice. We got a report of a male on a maroon bicycle. Our complainant contacted him. He was on the ground stating he did a side switch. He's wearing a black t-shirt and blue jeans.
10-4. So we have a report of a male that's on a bicycle on the Mitchell Highway here. He said he was sideswiped by a car. So I want to get up here right away. It's dark out. Sounds like he doesn't have on a proper clothing to be seen. And yeah, we don't want him to bicycle out in the traffic. That would be really bad. So we're going to start checking the area now. Fairbanks 2036. I don't see him up to 83 so far. This is where I missed the daylight because it's getting dark out and you really just can't see as much. Hold on a second. Fairbanks 36. I will be out with a male on the ground. Wait here. He said he was sideswiped by a car. Fairbanks 2036. I don't see him up to 83 so far. Hold on a second. Fairbanks 36. I will be out with a male on the ground.
Thank goodness you guys came by.
Yeah, what happened?
I'm biking.
Okay.
This truck.
Okay. Yeah.
Bumped me off the road.
He bumped you off the road? Did he actually hit you or what? Are you hurt?
He hit me.
Hey, buddy, are you hurt?
I got an elbow. I got an elbow scrap.
You got an elbow scrap?
It's nothing serious.
Nothing serious. So
I'm not gonna.
You doing all right? You have an ID or a driver's license on you, something like that?
Yeah.
And you don't have any weapons or anything in your pocket, right?
Hell no.
All right.
Like that.
Here, let me help you up.
I am not a terrorist.
All right, you don't have any weapons or anything on you?
No. I was on my way to Anchorage.
Whoa, whoa. What is this? That's not... What is that?
That's a model.
Okay.
And that card.
All right, I understand. We'll look for that card in a second, okay? You're gonna need some help, my man. You've had too much to drink today. Where would you like us to take you? You got a place you want to go to, or what?
I want to go to Anchorage. I'm a bike.
Not gonna make it tonight. Where can we take you? That will be better for you.
Anchorage.
We can't take you to Anchorage, but we can take you somewhere in town.
I'll keep walking. Can I have a sip of that?
Nope.
Wait, dude.
So where can we take you other than sleep off?
Anchorage.
All right, listen, if you continue to tell me Anchorage, you're going to sleep off. Because that's not an option.
You got a friend's house or somewhere we can take you?
I'm on my way to Anchorage.
Okay.
Not under arrest.
Hey.
You're getting a little irritable.
Hey.
I don't like
Hey, don't touch. Don't touch.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
Don't touch.
Hand them back. Thank you.
I got my bicycle right there. I'm going to Anchorage.
Not like this, you're not today, okay?
Idiots! Can you see how far I am from Fairbanks? And I'm on a bicycle.
It stood out that he's had too much to drink for the evening. So the best place for him is sleep off.
I was doing a good job before you guys show up.
Yeah. From Fairbanks to Anchorage, it's 357 miles through the Parks Highway, Denali, all the wilderness. So there's just no way he's going to make that happen.
Back in the Matsu Valley, Wildlife Trooper Jimmy Lindbergh is hot on the trail of some illegal off-road drivers.
We got a call that there's possibly vehicles down in the Palmer Hayflats State Game Refuge. Vehicles are not allowed to drive on refuge property. In addition to that, it sounds like they drove across numerous salmon streams to get back there.
Salmon are the lifeblood of Alaska's coastal ecosystems, and destroying their habitat is a serious crime.
The salmon lay their eggs there, and that's where the salmon hatch, and they live there for months before they take off and swim down into the ocean. So it's a year-round problem. We've got our Razor in the back of the pickup truck, and we're going to jump in that and head out and try to make contact.
Lindbergh meets up with the refuge manager who witnessed the drivers in the act.
All right.
Their light ATVs can negotiate the muddy trails without causing permanent damage to the fragile wetlands.
Look at this.
A few miles in,
I see a lot of damage from big, large vehicles. The salmon are in here actively spawning as we speak. Really wiped out a lot of the habitat.
as they round the next corner,
unbelievable.
The damage is much worse than they thought.
Look at how they're tearing this up here.
He just went up there and looked at the hell out.
Yeah.
Kind of bummed me out.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Pissed me off, actually.
Yeah. When vehicles are back in here and crossing these little creeks and streams, it just literally wipes out their habitat. They don't have anywhere to come up and spawn.
Now they must find the culprits and bring them to justice.
I was thinking they're down here.
Okay, let's run down there.
They couldn't have gotten far.
Oh, yeah.
The driver of this vehicle had no idea what he was getting into.
Slick tires.
What were they thinking?
Whoever got stuck left in a hurry.
Wow.
And is likely armed.
I'm thinking that this fella may live out of this truck. Look at everything, a couple years worth of mail there. Got his big pickaxe here. Should we go see if there's any more vehicles up there?
On the other side of the tree line,
unbelievable.
Troopers find yet another truck abandoned in the mud.
Have to get an airlift out here, huh?
And nearby,
wow. Talk about egregious. This guy's not stopped.
Not only did the drivers tear up protected spawning grounds, they left their vehicles sitting in them as well. There's no sign of the suspects, but troopers are on the right track.
This guy is on the refuge now.
Yep.
Trooper Lindbergh ditches his ATV and continues on foot.
Okay. All right. Hey, State Wildlife Troopers! State Wildlife Troopers, coming in!
2 more abandoned vehicles.
Unbelievable.
The drivers are gone, and this is the end of their trail of destruction. In all, troopers uncover 5 heavy-duty vehicles mired in mud.
It's just amazing to me that people come back in here and do this. We're going to have some difficulty getting these out of here.
The drivers must have escaped on foot, but they won't escape criminal penalties. Troopers match each vehicle up to its owner and will likely issue all of them citations. Driving on refuge property comes with a $300 fine, but the destruction of protected salmon habitat will cost these offenders thousands.
That's an arrestable offense, and it's a mandatory court appearance.
But it may be decades before the damage they caused is reversed.
We've got people that pretty much just disregard the laws and decide to come out here and run on this free will. It's very frustrating and disappointing. If the salmon have no habitat, then the salmon disappear.
In Wasilla,
Tougher, I guess.
Trooper Darren Cooper is en route to investigate a report of drug use outside of an apartment complex.
Earlier received a report that there are subjects in a van that were possibly using controlled substances, and the subject who the vehicle comes back to is known to be a heavy drug user. So we're going to go out, see if we can't locate the vehicle and contact any folks who are not on the up and up tonight.
He meets up with Trooper Matthew Detterman around the corner from the apartment.
We're going to go in on foot from about 2 blocks out, just because we don't want to have these folks spook when they see us. Anytime we do stuff like this, it's inherently dangerous because we don't know their mindset. They may think that we're folks trying to do a rip, and they try to come out and confront us, and who knows what that may entail.
It doesn't take long to spot the vehicle in question.
Stop, don't move. Don't move. Open the door.
Earlier received a report that there are subjects in a van that were possibly using controlled substances.
Stop, don't move. Don't move. Open the door.
Put your head stuck up. Keep your hands out where I can see. You go talk to him. You come out.
With the suspects out of the vehicle, troopers quickly spot drug paraphernalia.
You not move, understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, sit tight on the bumper.
Yes, sir.
What type of drugs are you guys using?
I don't know what was going on. I was just hanging out with an old friend.
You're kidding me, right? You have all this paraphernalia, and you're telling me that you were just hanging out in the backseat of a van with another girl holding paraphernalia, and that's what you want me to believe?
I don't know.
I'd really appreciate if you're gonna talk to me that you do so truthfully.
Yes, sir.
If you don't want to tell the truth, then don't bother talking to me. Okay? Because we saw what we saw.
No, that's
we saw.
understandable.
Open your mouth for me. Right now, you have residue all over your mouth and on your tongue. So you haven't had like Tootsie Rolls or anything like that that would make that your corners of your mouth have that brown residue?
Inside there.
How long ago was that?
Like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, well, it's not chocolate.
Troopers suspect the residue in the man's mouth could be a sign of meth. They search the van to see what else he may be hiding.
Is there any product back here?
Yeah, right there. I'm gonna
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's something right there as well.
Another baggie right here.
Yeah, that's a little crystal rock.
Possession of methamphetamine is a felony offense and can result in 5 years of jail time and a $50,000 fine.
Tell me again what you're doing in the vehicle.
I was just coming down to use your phone. I sat in the back of the vehicle to do so, and then you guys walked up.
Well, you're both holding this tinfoil thing when I walked up, which has meth in it. It has cooked meth in it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, being prepared to be smoked meth. So you're not really interested in trying to work with me about where this came from?
I am. I don't know where it came from, sir.
You know where it came
honestly. I really don't. I would tell you guys, like, it seems kind of shady, but...
So are you telling me then you were just, you found it there and you're just going to smoke it, or what?
I just came down to use the phone, sir. That's it.
They still deny the drugs are theirs, but the troopers have seen enough.
Put your hands behind your back. You guys are going to both be placed under arrest for the drugs tonight, okay? They were in the midst of smoking methamphetamine as we were contacting them, so we were able to get the drugs from them and obviously not allow them to continue to smoke meth. Both those folks went to jail tonight for felony drug possession charges.
330 miles west, on the banks of the Kuskokwim River, lies the tiny village of Aniak, home to just over 200 households, and during the winter, accessible only by plane and snowmobile. But despite its isolation,
Technical follow!
it's a place close to wildlife trooper John Simeon's heart.
We're in my hometown, the home of the Antioch half-breeds. We're driving across Alaska right now, talking to all the school kids, talking to everybody about suicide prevention, suicide awareness, and just trying to prevent some of the massive suicides. Alaska leads the nation in suicides, and rural Alaska leads Alaska.
Antioch is just one of the stops troopers are taking along a 1,600-mile snowmobile tour to some of Alaska's remote native villages.
Those of us along on this trip all grew up in rural Alaska. We all grew up in a little tiny village. We grew up just like these kids are, the same way. We want them to see that they can succeed in life as well. So we hear a lot of sad stories. They have uncles and brothers and sisters and aunts and relatives we've all lost to suicide.
The troopers can only hope their message gets through.
We picked up 3 great mottos: never give up, never give up, never give up. We're not going to give up either. We're here to stand right along with them to combat suicide. We're here for the kids.
It's a battle troopers know they must fight to win. Today's visit to Antioch was a success, but their journey has just begun.
We still got another 1,100 miles to go. We had to swap out all of our trooper gear for regular Native Alaskan stuff. Fur hats, underneath our ball cap.